So yeah, that able to change on now. As you can see, I've got to do remove them 10 drive. So anyway, let's get it set. Well, happy hump day, you handsome lot. Behind me we've got, I think it's a 2017-2018 Ford Mustang 5 litre V8. Now what we're going to be doing to this today is an oil and filter change. Now if you've ever done an oil and filter on one of these, you know that the oil filter is in such a horrible position. But before we make a start in it, what we're going to be doing is getting some Launch Advanced Engine Flush. We're going to pour this in, if I can get it in the spout without spilling it. I have spilt a little bit, but no drama. I'm going to get all that in. I'm going to get it started and leave it tick over for 10 minutes. Right, now with all that poured in, we put the oil cap back on. We're going to get in the car now. Make sure you've got all your protection all over the vehicle. I'm going to give it a big start. Now this sounds absolutely insane because he has got a bit of an exhaust system on it as well. Absolute monster. Right, let's get it up in the air and get the under trays off. Right, now as you can see, I've got the vehicle up in the air. Now this belly pan on these, we all know the BMWs by now. Well, these are probably on par with them. They're absolutely horrendous. There's lots of little like plastic clips. Oh, it's horrendous. Not the sort of thing that you want to be doing on your drive anyway. I've already got half of the screws out. We need to take out all these little clips. I think the torches are too bright. Yeah, all these little plastic clips and some 8s in the wheel arch there. Right, now as you can see, I've got all them under trays off. Now this is where it gets a little bit tricky, where you need hands that go like double, triple, McTRIPPLE, McDougallin, jointed. But yeah, let me flip this camera around and I'll show you. Still learning with this camera. Right, now we flip round. As you can see, I've got the covers off. Now the oil filter is there. So you're probably thinking, oh right, let's get this cover off. Oh no, there's an engine there. There's a little cover right by here, and you think, oh perfect, I'll take this off and I'll get the oil filter out. Oh no, somebody's put a steering rack there. But if it was left-hand drive, that motor would be this side, and you would be able to get your hand in there and get the oil filter off. Nice one, Ford. Now it's been ticking over for probably about 10-15 minutes. We're going to reach inside the car now. Oh god, I'm not made out for all this climbing. Peace and quiet. Now before we send it back up in the air, we're going to just release the oil filler cap and pull the dipstick out. So when we take that oil drain plug out, all the oil's going to just go fall out lovely, and it's not creating a vacuum in there. Right, let's get it back up in the air and get the sun plug out. Right, now we're underneath the vehicle. We need to get our lovely little receptacle. Now if we have a little look here at the sun plug, where it's been done before, somebody hasn't replaced it and it is all rounded, so we're probably going to have a bit of a pig of a job getting it off. Look at the state of it. Right, after a little bit of persuasion, we have got that sun plug slackened off. Now I did have to use my big 3/8 bar because it was murderously tight. I don't know why people have got to do that sun plug. Oh, it's got to be tight, it's got to be tight. Well, it hasn't. Right, let's get this oil drained out. Now be careful, because it has been running, it will be very, very hot. There you go. How black it is. Right, we're going to leave this drain now. There is quite a lot of oil in these. I think it's about 9 litres or so. Now let's get round to the horrible bit, is the oil filter. Now what I'm using is my oil filter pliers. Up there, as you can see, it is a right pig of a job, but well, if anyone can tell me an easier way, you get your pliers and just do a little bit at a time until you can get your hand in there and spin it off. Just keep working it. Absolutely horrible. Now be careful when you're slacking it off, because you are going to get oil dripping, so you might need to either pull your receptacle over a little bit or get another one. Right, now this oil filter, to get out of there, up there, you have to like manoeuvre it, stick your finger in it, grip it with your finger and manoeuvre it out. Oh, it's horrendous. Absolutely horrendous. Right, shall we get this brand new oil filter back on? Now we are going to be using genuine parts because, believe it or not, they're just as cheap getting them from the dealer than it is aftermarket. Now we have signed it and we have data, and the reason why we've signed it is because I'm proud of my work. Why can't I sign things? Right, let's get it on. Right, after not so many swear words, because I never swear, only on jobs like this. That is the brand new oil filter now, back on the engine. Now if we jump right to technical data, we've now got the sun plug, 26 newton meters, and we need to get some oil in it at 7.6. I thought it was 9. I don't know why I thought it was 9. Anyway, that is the brand new sun plug in, torqued up with a little line, just for reference that I know that it is done perfectly. Right, let's get this belly pan back on. As you can see, we've got the car back down to working height now. We're going to get some oil in it, and remember, it is Castrol, the correct stuff for the vehicle. Can I do it one-handed, filming, pouring, without spilling it at the same time? Yeah, we can. Of course we can. You can do anything you want if you put your mind to it. Once you've topped that engine up and it is at the correct level, we need to jump in the vehicle now. Now what I've done, what I do like to do, is give the vehicle a full health check, and we've used the launch Euro Tab 3. Zoom. Get the zoom function. Oh, I love this new camera. It's brilliant. Right, let's get round to resetting the service lights. I'm going to be using these buttons on the left-hand side of the steering wheel, scrolling through the functions on the dash there. There we go again. A bit of a zoomaroony. We need to press left, bring you to that menu. Then we need to go down to settings, vehicle settings, oil life reset, and keep your finger on that OK button. And that now should reset to 100%. Beautiful. And once that's done, we can go ahead, let's put it back as it was for the customer. There we go, like that. We can get on the key now, give it a big start, and watch for the oil light, and make sure that it goes out, which it has. Beautiful. Right, well, while we're waiting for that oil level to settle so we can give it a check-a-rooney, what we're going to be doing is giving all the engine bay and all the plastics a little bit of a clean, because as I've mentioned before in many videos, sometimes when you've carried out work you cannot, well, see it been done. As you can see, you can't see anything, but at least if we make it look presentable, it looks as if something's been done. A little bit, just like that. Now that engine's running. Now of course, you're probably all going to want to hear it, but I'll do my best to try and get it in the camera for you. Give it a rev, now against the walls, nice and loud hopefully. Only a gentle tap. But anyway, that is one Ford Mustang 5 litre oil filter replacement, and they are a little bit of a pain. They are, I'm not going to lie. But anyway, hope you've enjoyed the video. I've got up next, which is going to be probably uploaded Friday now, is an Astra J timing chain. We all know that we like game jobs. But anyway, hope you've enjoyed the video. Let's get this in.